Officials to your positions, please. Race number one, race number one. Race number one, start making your way to staging. Race number one, Moto 2, please start making your way to staging.
Over there, the trouble is obviously here. So you could go
corporate challenge. If you participated in the corporate challenge yesterday, please pay attention to where if you participated in the corporate challenge yesterday, that is where you rode the jet ski around the course and clocked in a time. If you participated in that yesterday, we will be awarding your awards today in between motos. So as I call your name, we want you to come receive your award. It will be in between the motos, so we'll race Moto 1, and when it is over, we'll call your name during Moto 1. When that race number 1 is over, in between Moto 1 and 2, we will pan over and allow you to be on the live stream with your award. So, how are we going to do that? If you go to the Jet Tribe tent where Charles Ginchard is streaming from, that is the cameraman directly behind the tower on the beach. We will pan around and you will have a place we can broadcast from. So basically, when I call out your name during Moto 1, just come to the Jet Tribe tent. We'll get you set up. Then I'll have to. No, we have a long cord. It won't go that far, but we can plug into the other speaker down there and do it that way. I know what he wants. If you were waiting for the turkey legs, turkey leg cart, as my little boy likes to say. If you were waiting on the turkey legs, they are ready. Turkey legs are hot and ready to serve. Nothing finer than watching a young lady eat a turkey leg. No kidding. Young lady eating a turkey leg is a sight to see.
Elsie, stop!
It is.
Don't be getting my knees like that. Like you done lost your mind. Elsie, do it again.
Because it looks like a caveman eats. Or cave woman.
Two-hour lunch break? When did we stop for lunch? Is that what we're doing? Moto rain a little, I mean... Anytime we're efficient, we get ahead. We're like, oh, sweet, that means we can slow down. Short one that goes to it, but it looks like it's going to work for us. Yeah, just do the awards wherever you think. The awards there. Well, what? And then this. So this is why I wanted to replace it. What is going on? Either there's a set screw or something in there that's not loose. But yeah, just do awards at the end of that. That's not the way I wanted it.
Test. Moto 1 to the starting line, please. Moto 2 to staging. We're going to time the splits, and we're going to kick off with Moto 1. Have a 1. So just so you know, if it's your first jet ski race ever, you also get your chance for your first interview at a jet ski race ever. So it's mandatory. It's kind of like Fight Club. Everybody fights their first night. So if it's your first jet ski race, you get to come talk on the microphone with me. We got Skinny a pair of bifocal goggles in between the brakes there, so she will be able to see the buoys close up and far away both. So shouldn't have a missed buoy problem. Joey Malden says he's lacking in the acceleration department, so if anybody knows how to create acceleration.
Skinny did not miss a buoy. She just got a little bit lost. Anyway, we are hopefully starting racing again soon. This has been a very generous lunch break. Looks like we've got some juniors out there testing the splits. And then we might do some corporate challenge awards. But we need to get going. We were moving very quick and very efficiently this morning, getting ready to wrap up the day early, which I know everybody would love to enjoy themselves this evening. However, shoot, I lost track of the exact time, but I want to say we're coming up on 2 hours or more on this lunch break, so I am ready to get going. But I think we're timing the splits, and I don't know if that means that Course Marshal Rob out there is going to go drag a buoy and make some adjustments or something, and then we've got some corporate challenge awards to do. That's the Travers Construction and the Helical, U.S. Helicals folks. But a beautiful race site, decent turnout. Big, yet fairly tight course we have here. And this looks like Moto 1 lining up, so not sure what we're doing next. Hopefully Moto 1 before too long, but I see Justin in the tower. I do not see the scorers in the tower. I do see course marshals out on their boats and on the course. So with the exception of missing a scorer in the tower, I think we could go. I don't know. Hopefully soon. I guessed 3:30. We'll see if I was right or not. But I'll turn up Joey and turn myself off and see what's happening.
I'm already live. Yeah. Yeah.
Justin, you ready?
No. I mean, I wasn't serious, but we do want to get going.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we had a corporate challenge yesterday with the city officials and U.S. Helicals with their staff. What we did was we put them on a jet ski and we let them go out on the track and we timed them. So everybody that entered got a time. They got 2 laps, and the best time is going to be what we get awarded with here. So what we're going to do is our new drive-through award system. Moto 1 underway now. Sorry about that, having to take care of these awards. It looks to me like out front on that 851 Barb Properties, Cash McClure, followed really close by Knox Ritchie on the 99. Got a rider down on the split. Looks like Trick Cornett. Going on the jet trim backstretch now into the U.S. Helical front stretch. Making their way around to the Travers Construction front stretch. They're in the U.S. Helical splits. There we go. That's Cash on that 851, followed by Knox on the 99. Cash looking over his shoulder for that green flag. Moto 2, 2A. Moto 2A to the starting line, please. All the lovely ladies of jet skiing. Javier, get away from signing autographs and come hold your lady. Oh, okay. I just like getting on to Javier. He's like, man, I'm so freaking tired. I wish he'd leave me alone. Hey, did you have a Moto 1 win this morning? Uh-huh. How many wheelies today? Plus or minus 10? Plus or minus 10 on the wheelies? Plus or minus 20 on the wheelies? Minus, okay. So we're in between 10 and 20. So the locals are looking at me like, why are you talking about Javier like that? So last race that we were at, one of the city officials said, could we please ask the kids not to ride wheelies? Because they saw one kid like really riding a wheelie, like really well, like impressive. So the whole crowd looks at Javier. But it might not have been him. It was him.
Coming back at 9.
But nobody's told you not to ride a wheelie here, have they, Javier? No? Okay. All right. All right, there's Tristan on the 41. And then it looks like Trent right behind him. They're on the Travers Construction front stretch going across the Liquid Molly finish line into the Leisure Pools split decision. Oh, big yard sale for Trent. We have a rider down in Section C. We have a rider down in Section B. Meanwhile, battle up front now. Cash McClure with a little company from Knox Ritchie. They practiced together. I think they actually rode in the same truck together. Indeed, battle for the lead now. Cash McClure on the Travers Construction front stretch. They're both doing the Severa squat. Cash finding a little breathing room on that front stretch. Beware of Larry was talking about how glassy it was after the rain. Moto 1 getting the best conditions of the day so far. If you're looking for me, I have moved positions. I'm down in the front of the cattail bushes down here so we can do these awards. Most likely that's where I'll be tomorrow. So if anybody likes looking at me, this is most likely where I'll be. If you don't like looking at me, that means move, because I can't. This is where I got to be. There's Christian Bain on the 405, taking the green flag as he goes by. Want to say a big thank you to Charles Ginchard Photography, and if you're tuned in with us on live stream, we're in West Tawakoni, Texas, right outside of Quinlan and Emory in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Want to welcome you to our racing. We've got Moto 1 of our second half. We got Cash McClure in the lead. Slim pickings, though. We got Knox trying to... Oh, he lost some ground that time. White flag flies for both those boys. We got Moto 2 coming up to the line now. We got our lovely ladies of jet ski in Moto 2. Beginner ladies, normally they don't get a chance to ride ski class. We opened up a beginner class for all the ladies to be able that normally don't ride ski to ride ski. We got Tristan Hebert coming around on the 41. Trent back up and underway. Good to see Trent go. Had a big one win a while ago on his 27 GP ski.
I was hoping she was going to go all the way around before she realized it.
Moto 2A. Looks like y'all are at the starting line. Thank you. Moto 2B to the ready.
Terry didn't bring the drone that I can plug into here, so.
There's Christian on the 405 acknowledging his white flag lap. Now we got Reinhardt. It's Reinhardt's boat, sorry. That's Cash Money. He's coming around. Knox followed him on the backstretch, made that time up. So they're going to follow the leader, Momar, for 1 and 2. 8:51, your leader, followed by 99 in second place. So if we want to get our awards underway, we can. With the Helicoils Awards, we have the names here. So let's see. Oscar Quijuda. Where'd you guys? Yeah, Oscar. And Lane Webb, and you said Jacob Brinkmeyer. That's right. Okay, well, get him over here. Out of which 3 names did I call? Lane Webb. Okay, Lane, congratulations. You've won first place. Your best time was 37 seconds and 84 microseconds, if you want to call it that. Charles, you want to pan around? So I'm here with our sponsor, U.S. Helicoils. They're local to the West Tawakoni area. They had our corporate challenge yesterday, so all their employees jumped on a jet ski, put together 2 laps, and what we have here is the best person out of those 2 laps wins first place. So, Lane Webb, right? Okay, you win first place. First, you're last. Thank you, U.S. Helicoils. Oh, and then there's a little bit of an incentive award there as well. So cold hard cash going to the winner. That means it pays to play at work, right? All right. Thank you very much, U.S. Helicoils. Is he here? Okay. So we also did the public officials in this, so we had firefighters and the mayor. Mayor jumped on a jet ski. So Kevin Featherston is the mayor, is that correct? Okay, well, he got second place in the City Officials Challenge. So Mr. Featherston, if you're here. So I'm standing here with the mayor of West Tawakoni, and he participated in the challenge yesterday, got second place. So congratulations, sir. You got anything you want to say on the internet?
I just want to say that I'm really proud that West Tawakoni has brought this to our park. I appreciate everybody that's here. Major shout out to our sponsors, Tracy Travers and U.S. Helicoils. And this is a great event. Thank you all for coming. I hope everybody's having a good time, and I look forward to this being here next year as well.
We do as well. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay. And in first place, we got Jacob Boland. He's been walking around here like a boss all weekend. Here is your first place trophy. You had a time of 38 seconds 62, which was one of the fastest laps of the day. So is that your first time on a jet ski?
No, sir. Listen, I'm the best there is, all right? I wake up in the morning, and I piss excellence, and I'm having a great time out here at West Tawakoni, okay?
Love the confidence out of Jacob Boland. Thank you so much for participating in the corporate challenge. He's got the cold hard cash as well. So when we show up, we don't just try to be the traveling circus. We try to get the city involved and help them understand what we're out here doing, understand how difficult it is. And I want to thank our city sponsors, U.S. Helicoils. I hope I've been saying your name right and enough this morning. And we'll say it plenty more this afternoon. And then I'm loving this Travers construction front stretch. There's not very much of it, but to say it quick is fun. So appreciate you guys. They've been walking around the beach all morning. They have beautiful setups out here. They've been working hard all week. You can tell it's not over with. We're going to be here tonight popping some fireworks. fireworks tonight, some live bands. So thank you very, very much. We feel welcome. We feel honored to be here, and we hope you've enjoyed it. So thank you. Race number 2. Race number 2. Thank you, Charles Ginchar. Justin, mission accomplished, buddy. You're welcome. You look like a duck hunter behind all the cattails out there.
That is Kevin Bison's brother. Don't they look like each other?
Thank you, everyone that participated in the corporate challenge. That's something we're really, really proud of. We're not going to stop it. We're going to try to grow it. I know personally I'm going to make 2 15Fs fast, so that way we can put the young ladies and the experienced people on the faster skis to give the experienced people a better chance.
Wherever you want. And that was all the awards for them? It doesn't matter. Go wherever you want. Whatever works better for you. Back to the action on the race course. Woo, we got a bunch of spectators down here. I lead for 5 seconds and you let everybody camp out. That's all right. Who's in the lead? Oh, Skinny didn't let him go this time. She just took off on Beware of Larry's GP ski. So Skinny now way out front. We got to ride her down. We got to hold her down. The Cubs win the World Series. No, you didn't. You dropped yourself on it. Oh, there's Ashley Sewell on the 11, giving a good look over to the crowd as she rolls by. Then we got Callie Travers, is that right? Yeah, on the 106. That's the black 106. So it's her birthday this weekend, and it's not her first time on a jet ski, but it is her first jet ski race, and it's her hometown. Yes, she can ride a wheelie with Javier. Yes, of course. Of course. So here's Skinny. Larry giving her some coaching in the break. He told her that she didn't miss any buoys on his jet ski, which is true. She did not. And she missed them on hers. So Skinny's out there trying to recourse orientate to not miss any buoys during her race because she said Joey's going down. All right. So on the 162 is Skinny Latte. No, it is not her first stand-up race. Skinny actually used to race on a Kawasaki SXR 800, 698. And there's our Moto 1 winner, Skylar Sneathern on the 66 there. I don't know where they scored her. Hey, with that merge buoy deal, where did they score in the first moto set? With the merge buoy, where did they score her in the first moto? Oh, that stinks. I get it. Oh, I talked to her about it. She understood. That's right. That's what I told her. Right. Learning. I ate like a hot dog and I feel so much better now. So what we're seeing Skylar going through out there right now is trying to pass. So you would think, oh, I'm on a better jet ski or faster jet ski that handles right. Okay, no. Catching up to somebody's really, really easy because you're riding behind them in their wake. So it creates these little nice berms that you can ride inside, and it's faster. Oh, we got a pass for the second place now. Callie Travers getting past Ashley Sewell. So back to, yeah, it's like we got to race her now if she can pass, and that's what we're on the subject of. Catching up to somebody's easy. You ride behind them, you start reeling them in, and you're riding inside their two little wakes, which are berms, and then once you get to them, you have to go outside of that comfort zone and apply power to make a pass, and it is not easy. You really have to give up everything that you're doing to take a risk and try to go around them and not fall, or you go into the splits, which Justin set up a good opportunity for splits, and you have to put together a better lap than the person that's riding in front of you does. So you're asking about racing. Yes, passing is a part of racing, but in my opinion, the most difficult thing to do in racing is pass. So there goes Skylar in her pink wetsuit, which normally Seth wears pink. Pulling that crawfish, it smells delicious. No, that's fine. Put me in front of Larry. Bill, I'm in kicking distance. I got to beware of Larry. Thank you, Travis. I know it. He takes care of his elderly. No, y'all are fine. Watch this. Larry, behave. There's a lady present. All right, so there's Miss Callie Travers making her finish. Did she borrow that helmet or not? That's her helmet? Did she pick that color? It's a good color on her. Goes good with blonde. It does match her eyes. That's a good observation, Bill. Look at this beach celebration for Callie Travers on the 106. We got to turn that ski around and ride it again in this race. Here comes Ashley Sewell in that 11. So stock superjets are not easy to ride. They're just not. The handling is very narrow. The power is lacking, and your balance to be able to even stay up and not fall is a feat in itself. But to be able to ride fast is one thing. So give a big round of applause to all these ladies that don't normally ride skis in our beautiful Moto 2. Moto 2B.
Oh, they split Moto 2, race number 2 to A and B.
Moto 2B is the boys' beginner ski, normal beginner ski. So what we did was we broke up all the ladies to be able to ride together. That's something we normally can't do, but this weekend we had the opportunity and we took it.
You guys also got this.
Are we having fun? I know Javier's group is. I was just over there with them. So Moto number 2 now. Kyle Cox getting a great start on the inside. He's on that 127, really bright orange helmet. You know, Travis put this chair here. I didn't, so don't blame me. Daddy Travers, we can get you some shoes, buddy. What size do you wear? Okay. I got some 11s in the truck. Oh, well. The struggle is real on the beach if you're barefooted. So we got Kyle now going down, announcer's curse. Mike, I'm sorry, bud. So give it to Tyler Henderson. Good head of hair on Tyler there. Then we got Kyle there in second. Good bright 127 on the side. And rounding out, that's Bailey. Got a chance to sit near Bailey a second ago. Is that right? Callie. Where did we put him? That's not Bailey. Gary? Yeah. We need holders. How many? We want 1 or 2? I see 2. Nick Sin needs 2. Let's do 5 holders. Let's do 5. 5 holders to the line. Javier Daddy. Mr. Falcone. You're needed to the race starting line. Is he flying the drone? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's... Oh, I see him there. Oh, it looks like he's in the Matrix. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Must be out there following Gary. All right, there's Tyler looking across. He's going to get the cross flags by this time. He's on that gorgeous white superjet, followed by Kyle Cox. Looks like Cox has Watercross in Texas on his boat. You see the fishtail sprout up there. There's Kalen. He's coming to help hold. Greg, I think he's coming to you, bud, so you're covered. Callie, you want to do your first interview on the microphone? Why are you shaking your head? Look, I have a challenge for you. By the end of today, I need you to have signed more autographs than Javier. Okay? And if you need a pen, I have a pen. Let's see who can get more autographs by the end of the day. I bet it's you. Holders still need a holder. Vice needs a holder. And Father Kevin's covered. 30, the gray Sea-Doo with the blue number. Guy that looks like Jeff Jacobs. Hollywood. You call him Hollywood? That's a good nickname for jet ski. Yeah. Well, he wears that Jeff Jacobs color wetsuit. Listen. Gocher, Rippenkroger, Sheldon, fine. You put on those Jeff Jacobs colors and you lose? No. Or McCluggage, the green and black colors. I wouldn't wear a green and black anymore. Nope.
Does that count as a miss?
Oh, Gary went down to the kneel down method for riding, which is legal in beginner class. You don't have to stand, you can kneel, whichever is faster or works for you. They wanted me to mention that your race 1 motos were posted, so those have well past 30 minutes, so those results are final. And to say that the results are going to get posted throughout. Once they are posted, you have 30 minutes, to dispute how you got classed. I've seen it work for people, and I have seen it break people. So just be careful what you challenge. Of course he will. All right. So really good race between Tyler Henderson. He's going to take that checkered flag, beginner ski 2B moto for the day. So Tyler's done. And Kyle Cox on that 127 will load those skis back up on the trailer. If you are spectating, if you're spectating and not used to being at the races, please, for our second half motos, as people are done, they're going to start loading up their skis and carrying them back to the trailers. So be mindful that we're going to have a lot of quads and movement going through the pits towards the end of the day. Beware of Larry. Larry, did your wife get with you before she left? He's not listening. She did. If you're tuning in live with us, welcome. We're in West Tawakoni, Texas, in between Emory and Quinlan in the Dallas-Fort Worth. No, Charles is panning around doing a lot of different stuff. We have a lot of spectators with us on the beach, local, so welcome if it's your first jet ski race. We are a tour that branches all the way as far north as Nebraska and Kansas, all the way to the Gulf of America. We're here in Central Texas, where most of our racers come from, Dallas area, Oklahoma. We have people as far away as Tennessee and Lake Havasu City, Arizona with us this weekend. Big group of folks from the Austin area as well. All right, checkered flag for Gary. Harry Gary, what we always used to call our friends Gary. He's got a good head of hair on him. Moto number 2. Actually, it's race 3, Moto 2, on the 819 out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. We got Brandon Hodges. On the 23 out of Kema, Texas, riding for Viper Engineering, Casa Grande Royalty Company, it's James House. On the 30 out of Austin, Texas, riding for Riva Racing, KB Capital, Wahoos of Lake Travis, and Wake Surf Saloon, it's Kevin Weiss. On the 316 Mission Machine out of Round Rock, Texas, riding for Quinn Brothers Construction, QC Racing, Wood Cycle Country, Shackley Health and Nutrition, its father, Kevin Quinn. On the 413 out of Lakeway, Texas, riding for Austin Jet Skier, Lakeside Graphics, powered by ACN, racing for the Kingdom and Wet Jet Performance, it's Greg Sewell. And on the 24 out of Laga Vista, Texas, riding for IPD Graphics, Zero Tech Technology. It's a neat sound. Zero Touch Technology and Robinson Racing, it's Kyle Robinson. And in the beginner class, on the 11, that's that bright orange and black 310X Kawasaki of Nick Sin. Thank you, holders. Thank you very much, holders. So around they go, and this time with the whole shot, James House on the inside and Kevin Bice on the outside. So give the whole shot to House, followed by Bice. Then there's Brandon Hodges on the 819, followed by 24, 319, 413, and 311. Oh, lots of action in the Leisure Pools split decision. Oh, we got a rider down on the outside. That's Nick Sin. Orange and black boat down on the outside. Big yard sail off the back of the ski. Announcer's curse. I was giving him credit. And comes off the back of the jet ski. Rolling like the tumbling tumbleweeds goes Nick Sin. But in the front, all by himself, is the number 23 of James House. Kemah, Texas, Gulf of America, Houston Ship Channel. Friday night fireworks. And then we got the 30 of Kevin Bice. Followed by 819, that's Brandon Hodges. They're sponsored, they're the snow cone place in Sulphur Springs. Then we got Kyle Robinson on the 24, Greg Sewell on the 413. There's Kevin Quinn. He was a participant in that yard sale a second ago. Does look like they've got Nick Sin back up and underway. Thank you, Larry. Nick, in the U.S. Helicoils splits now, going into the Travers Construction front stretch across the Liquid Moly finish line into the Leisure Pools decisions maker. So now we've got House on the Lake Tawakoni RV Center split. Now they're heading into the J. Caldwell Pools berm into the Jet Tribe sweeper. Those are the two yellow buoys out there. Then they're going to go into the Jet Trim backstretch. We got a good battle raising up now. In the next lap, Greg Sewell is going to catch Kyle Robinson on the 24. Again, they're using the Tawakoni RV Center split. So Sewell's taking the outside splits, trying to keep his power down in the smoother water. Kyle using his bigger ski that can handle the rough water differently, won't say better. On the insides, trying to put together a lap. There goes Nick Sin on that 11 Kawasaki. James House, first time we've seen him this year. Oh, come on through. Uh-oh. Don't do that. You did. You learned from the two in front of you to do it better than them. All right. Now we got a decent race forming two against Brandon Hodges, Kevin Bice. So Bice, they're signaling him out there that he's actually in the race. Hodges, they're waving him forward as well. He checked up just right there. So you can hear the two RXPXs dump over. And as I said, Sewell has caught Kyle now. They're going to go in the splits. Kyle's going to stick to the inside Tawakoni RV Center split. Sewell's going to go to the outside J. Caldwell Custom Pool split. So watch the 413 on the outside now, putting together a strong lap on the outside. As they go into the merge, he does make the pass on Kyle Robinson. So give unofficially fourth place to Greg Sewell on the 413. Your leader, James House on the 23, followed in second place by Kevin Bice on the 30. Then third place, Brandon Hodges on the 819. And moving up through the pack is Greg Sewell on the 413. Unofficially, Kyle Robinson in 5th. Then we move on to Father Kevin on the 316 Mission Machine, followed by Nick Sin. White flag flies for the Sea-Doos. No GP today. I don't know if a GP would have liked this course, honestly. It's really tight. Cardoni, if you're watching, buddy, I think you'd have had a good shot here today. All right. So House is going to come around for the checkered flag this time. Look for him on the blue splits there. That's the U.S. helical split. He's going to come around and put Sin and Kevin Quinn a lap down. That's the checkered flag for James. I do believe he lapped the whole... No, he did not. He lapped up... Oh! Careful in the shutdown area. So Bice now on that 30 coming around. Hodges did get up to him, but isn't going to be in a position to make the pass. Sewell saw that there were 4 buoys in front of him, so also electing to stay in the outside. So they do the Travers construction front stretch into the Liquid Molly finish line. And the McClure Racing starting line shutdown area. Thank you, Travis, very much. You're welcome. Charles Ginchard Photography, Liquid Molly, Dale's Jet Sports, Jet Tribe, Jet Trim, Commander Industries, Fast Power Sports, Bullet, and Pro Watercraft, Aftermarket Hulls. All right, we're going to get the Runabout guys back over to their trailers, and we're going to introduce race number 4 to you now on the UA7 out of Ukraine, Texas, riding for Works H2O Designs. That's the neat boots that you see him wear. TCS Marine, hey Joe. UA7 Racing, hey Basil, and Quinn Brothers Construction. Watercross, Texas, Felix Martinko. On the 106, Mr. Hometown, he's the Wheelie King, Holland Javier Falcone. On the 08, out of San Marcos, Texas, working for Vibration Audio, that's Richie Fennell. On the 11, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, riding for Leisure Pools, Flying Ryan Poper. On the 41, out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing Dad, Smith Racing, it's Tristan Ebert. On the 238, that's the bright blue and white boat out of Princeton, Texas, the great Nate Brazel. On the 405, out of Oklahoma City, Thunder of 405, Hamilton Constructions, Thrust Innovations, VP Fuels, Ames Oil, and Smith Racing, it's Christian Bain. 627, Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing Dad, and Smith Racing, it's Trent Cornett. And on the 722 out of Dripping Springs, Texas, riding for Easy Racing, it's Lewis Weiler. Race number 5, Vintage Ski. The starting line is yours. As they go around the TC Free Ride inside start and the Elite Fireplace outside start, they're in the U.S. Helicals splits now, making their way around to the Travers Construction front stretch. And we will give a hull shot to the UA7 across the Liquid Molly finish line to Felix Bordico, followed very closely by Holland Javier Falcone. 405 is Tristan Hebert. The 11 is Ryan Poper. 238, Nate Brazel. And 627 is Trent Cornett. And there's Lewis Weiler on the 722. Good racing in the 4-stroke Superjet class. Felix now going through the Jet Tribe splits, wearing that bright yellow Jet Tribe gear. Got that lemon lime going today, green helmet, yellow pants, light jacket. Larry, you were talking about how glassy and smooth it was. It's not that way anymore, buddy. Charles Ginchard Photography, bringing your images to you on the live stream. Justin Smith, Dale Swanson out in the tower. Miss Shanti. Terry Hebert walking the beach. Wild Bill behind me. There's your leader, UA7, Felix Marinenko, followed by Holland Javier Falcon. And we got Ryan Poper putting the moves on Tristan Hebert on the 405. Then we got a great battle in the mid-pack here. You got Nate Brazel on that 238, followed by Trent Cornett on the 627. And you got Lewis Weiler right there with him. Here comes my vintage racers. Race number 6 to the ready. Trying to click these off with that long break and rain delay. So please bear with us when we call your moto to the ready. Please be down at your ski, getting gas in it, having your gloves, your helmet, everything needed to get to the line. When the race in front of you is halfway, like it is now, we expect you to be on the starting line with your holders so we can start the roto. All right, Tristan looking over his shoulder there, having a good look at Ryan Poper on his two-stroke ski. All right. So as they're going around the J. Caldwell Custom Pools berm into the Jet Tribe sweeper, your leader, Felix Marinenko, on the Jet Trim backstretch, pouring down the power. Javier, not too far from him, halfway, so won't get the white flag this time. They'll get 2 to go. Now Javier starting to put together an inside split challenge. Javier taking the blue buoys there of the U.S. helical inside split. So watch as Felix comes out. He's going to cross the liquid volley finish line. Then Javier is going to come around and catch up a little bit of time through him as they come for the Travers Construction front stretch into the Works Racing shutdown area and the Leisure Pools decision split. Now Javier is going to go wide behind Felix in the Tawakoni RV Park split. If you're down, chose to leave your home on Saturday afternoon and come watch our racing, thank you. We got a rider down on the outside section of the split. Looks like Tristan Hebert. So now we got a race between Trent Cornett and Nate Brazel. They're going to go neck to neck into the Leisure Pools decision area. Trent shuts the door on Nate, goes to the outside split. Looks like Nate's going to follow him. Tristan's already up and away, so he won't be a factor with a yellow flag down. I think sounds like a train. There's Javier Falcon, still in second place behind Felix Marinenko. Does it think sounds like a train? Ooh, thank you for turning the fan on. There's Ryan Poper on the 11, Leisure Pools. They're out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We'll see him a lot later on today. Tristan Hebert back up and underway. White flag flies. So as we see Trent getting away from Nate there on the 238, that UA7 coming around the inside split. So Javier and Felix trading lanes. Javier is going to take the outside, as you see there. Felix electing to come on the inside. Probably a block tactic. Looks like Javier might have a little bit of room on Felix this lap, though. Last chance. Here comes Javier around the bend, but Felix Morninko going to take Moto 2 win. Javier not happy with that moto, but that's okay. Got a lot of racing today left to do. For the finish, Ryan Poper on the 11. And there, that's Lewis Weiler on the 722. We don't see him on the Superjet at all. I believe this is his first race this season on it. Normally he's on the 504 EX with Brianna, but wanted to change it up and race the Superjet. Lewis loves to race. This is a good competitive class. Tristan on the 405 getting his finish. Rob's saying that the yellow flag is pointing to what he thinks you should be kissing. Checkered flag flies for Trent Cornett. And Nate Brasman. Nate telling me 2 rounds ago when I saw this was in Paris that the white Superjet really didn't make sense to him, so he covered it in the traditional blue Superjet color. That's what, when the round nose Superjets came out, they were that color blue. We need a truck moved. If you have a gray Silverado that's in front of our gate, license plate number BBF 2219. It's got hula lays in the mirror. So if you parked your truck in front of the gate to the beach, we have people that need to get off the beach. That's our access drive. We need you to move your vehicle, please. It's right next to a antique truck that says Jezebel. No, they've been here. So again, if you brought your gray Silverado to the beach today, thank you for coming, but we need you to move your vehicle. Park it in a different spot and come back. We'll introduce race number 5 to you right now. It's Vintage Ski on the 3 out of Warminster, Pennsylvania. That's the real pretty white X2. He's wearing a green life jacket and a silver helmet. That's Carl Hausch. On the 17, there he is out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for GSK Machining and Miller Cycle Shop, the one, the only, Shannon Watson. And on the 201 out of Austin, Texas, riding for Good Times Mafia Racing, it's Chad Manson. On the 504 out of Corpus Christi, Texas, Sean Carlson. On the 333, that's that real pretty American flag.
What makes a regular fireplace from an elite fireplace? Well, that would be Brian Snyder. So as they go through the U.S. helical splits, looks to me like Shannon Watson's in the lead. We're going to get Give Again off the island with Shannon Watson. And he will get the whole shot. 17, Wichita, Kansas. Followed by 201, Austin, Texas. Warminster, Pennsylvania. And then 504, Sean Carlson. 333, Cody Payne. And then the 91, Kaylin Landry. Great racing advantage so far. This is where jet skiing started, folks. If you raced jet skis in the late 70s, early 80s, this was your only choice. Not until 1988 did Sea-Doo and Yamaha come out with a Wave Runner and a Sea-Doo instead of a Ski-Doo. Sea-Doo originally a snowmobile manufacturer. Polaris jumped on the scene for a little while. Other companies like Laser Jet, Wet Jet had racing entries. Nothing vintage, though. The only thing that is allowed in vintage is 550, X2, and Square Nose Superjet. That started it all. We do allow 750s and 2008 and prior skis in this class, but they must meet some requirements to make them legal to run. Now, the X2s had a 650 motor in them stock. I believe most of these boys have chosen to go with the bigger 750 power plant. That's why you see them run away a little further than the 550s. But we got a race for the lead now. Carl Nosh, no, I'm sorry, that's Chad Manson on the 201 taking over the lead from Shannon Watson. And then Carl Noosh there on the number 3, that's the one riding on his knees. Carl goes around the turns. They're in the Leisure Pools decision-making section, going around to the Jake Caldwell Pools turn. There's Sean Carlson on the 504. Cody Payne on the 333, and a good race with Kaylin Landry there. Say enough for the city of Tawakoni, the mayor coming out. Thank you so much participating in the corporate challenge. So we gave away 3 awards earlier to the city officials. We had volunteer firefighter and a mayor participate in our jet ski challenge yesterday. We let them ride 2 laps on the timer, and whoever got the best scores out of those 2 laps received a award from us. So thank you so much in participating in that. If you're a vendor here with us today, thank you for taking your Saturday to be with us. Exit Realty. Nova Sweet Shops, Lake Tawakoni RV Center, and Fortress Foundation Systems. There's your leader taking the white flag, Chad Manson, followed very closely by Carl Noosh, now alone in second place, putting the move on Shannon Watson. Shannon trying to defend his spot, though. Looks like it's going to happen this time. Shannon Watson retains second place. Carl coming in to shut the door on him. Doesn't work. Papa Travers telling me there was an IV booth set up there over in the vendor area for the break, so thank you for that. You hear that 550 growling out there. That's a Reed induction ski with a lot of aftermarket parts on it and a tried out aluminum exhaust. Kaylin Landry there on the Superjet. These skis go between
38 to 42 miles an hour per se. And for back in the late 80s, that was flying for jet skis. 50 miles an hour was capable, but it really didn't make sense racing because if you were going that fast, it wouldn't really turn. Now with all the aftermarket sponsons and add-ons, these skis handle way differently. You don't need all the horsepower to get you around. You can put together a good, consistent motor. You can imagine these skis look small out there. There's a reason for that. The big runabouts, we have to give them enough room to be able to maneuver. So the smaller skis on a runabout track, they really look like ants from space. But with the handling modifications and the reliable power, they're able to make these big courses possible. Daddy McClure, I have some shoes if you don't want to walk barefoot. Oh, it looks like we're going to Le Mans start on this one. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Yeah, Nate doesn't have to. No, Nate doesn't have to. Here's Mama McClure. Say, family ain't all here unless you're here. Now we're all here. Whoever is boiling that crawfish, thank you. Thank you so much for whoever is boiling that crawfish. That is the smell of freedom, crawfish boiling. Thank you very much, Vintage Ski. Race number six, if you can adjust the card to race number 6. Pawpaw Poper would appreciate that. On the 851 out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Riding for TC Freeride Anderson Toyota, RB Components, Works Racing, 6D helmets, FL Visual, Go Fast Girls, Charged Up Nutrition, Fast Power Sports, Marine One, Jet Trim, Unlimited, Whole Shots Gear, BC Goggles, ODI Moto, Naughty Shine, Tasco Gloves, She Rips, KSH Fuel Products, and Gear T Landscapes. It's Miss Brittany Reinhardt. On the 11, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the Prince of Leisure Pools, Ryan Poper. On the 99, out of Hickson, Tennessee, that's Axel Ritchie. Where is Axel? He's got his helmet on. Axel's got the Dennis Rodman look-alike haircut this weekend. I didn't recognize him earlier because it looked like Knox for a second, but I'm like, no, Knox got a different head of hair than that. Yeah, you shaved it off. So he's got the Dustin Farthing look-alike. We got Javier. We're going to switch him up boats and put him on the 405. So Quinlan, Texas. Javier Falcone on the 405. Travers Construction Group, Lawn Me, 106 Racing, Rhino Candy, and USA Helicals. Or US Helicals, sorry about that. And on the 238, he's not going to do Le Mans. Listen to your father, Brittany. So that's a Le Mans start. What they do is they hold the ski still on the line. The riders put their foot in the sand, and when the horn goes off, they run towards their ski. It actually is a great equalizer to where if they did a normal start, you would see Miss Reinhardt out front because she's just lightning fast. But this gives Knox, or Axel in this case, a chance. Sorry, Knox. And gives Axel a different chance to get a whole shot, as well as Javier. Look, guys, her and Ryan are fast. They are. They're fast. And the only way that they're going to learn a different style of racing is to race up through the field. Look at Javier with a hole shot again. Holland, Javier out front, going through the Lake Tawakoni RV Center splits into the outside course, followed by Axel Ritchie. Then it looks like Miss Britton Reinhardt, it is. Then Ryan Poper on the inside splits there. Race number 7. Race number 7. So they're coming around the Jet Tri backstretch into the U.S. Helicals splits. We got Javier out front, followed by Axel Ritchie on the 99. Then we got Britton Reinhardt there on that pink and gray ski on the inside. So Javier put together a fine lap on the outside. He's going into the Travers Construction front stretch across the Liquid Molly finish line. Good job, Javier. Now we got Britton Reinhardt putting the moves on Axel Ritchie for second. So what that does is it opens the door. Miss Reinhardt's got her fishing gear out, and she's going for some Falcone leader fish. I give her 3 laps. Javier's going to do everything he can to make that superjet wide, and he's going to go in the splits, and he's going to try to ride his heart out. But that young lady is coming, and she's not going to slow down until she gets past it. And then she probably won't slow down then. She's to him. They're through the Jet Tribe sweeper, going around the Jet Trim backstretch, pouring on the power. It's Britton Reinhardt. Pass for the lead on the backstretch going to the U.S. Helicoils. She makes it stick. Last to first, Britton Reinhardt in front of Javier Falcone. They go into the U.S. Helicoils split. Pink ski flying out front. She didn't even look back at him. What kind of girl doesn't look back at Javier? Oh my goodness, Britton Reinhardt to the lead. Javier Falcone just, well, I did everything I could, y'all. Now here comes Axel. And Ryan's in Expert Ski Lights, which isn't this class, it's a combined class, so Ryan's out there not by himself. He's racing in the moto, but he doesn't have anybody in this class with him. So putting together his own race. Skinny. Babe. No miss buoys, please. Okay. You didn't miss them on the Commander, so I know, or I'm sorry, you didn't miss them on the GP ski, so I know you can do it. I know it. You told me Joey wasn't going to win them all, and you almost proved me wrong. So this is your chance. You only get 2 more after today. She's down there talking. I can't hear everything she's saying, but I know her well enough to know about what she's saying back to me. So. My nearest and dearest friends in jet ski racing are on the starting line right now. Miss Casey Moore and Joey Malden, Sean Whitaker, Charlie Bumpus, my rider, Shannon Watson. All good folks in sports spec, all across the country. We need a whole bunch of holders, right? All right. Knox and Reinhardt's going to help. But holders, we need holders to the line. So if you love Skinny and you would love to hold a winning moto for Skinny Latte, this is your chance. She needs 2 holders. Let me see. Ingram's covered. Shannon Watson's going to need 2 holders. Joey Malden's going to need 1 holder. Whitaker set. Charlie Bumpus is going to need 2 holders, and John Lindley is going to need 2 holders. So give me 3 holders to the line, 4 holders. Give me 4 holders to the line. 4 holders. Daddy Falcone. Meanwhile, on track, Britton Reinhardt now in the Jay Caldwell pool splits. Ryan Poper's made his way up to second. Then there's Javier, unofficially in third, in a battle with Axel Ritchie. 1 holder to Skinny Latte. If you love Skinny, and Charlie Bumpus needs a holder. And Malden needs a holder. So we need 4 holders still to the line, please. Here comes Shane. Shane's coming. Maybe Hodges, I can't tell. Wait a minute. So we got Britain going to take the checkered flag. Last to first, Britton Reinhardt. And then unofficial, looks like Ryan Poper's moved up to second. Yeah, she is fast. She knows it. All right, so Poper now coming around for second place. Good job to Ryan. Liquid Molly finish line. There's Javier, unofficially in third, followed by Axel. Dennis Rodman Hare in fourth. Then we'll score Nate Brazel fifth. All right, Skinny's got 2 holders. Ingram's got 2 holders. Watson's got 2 holders. Malden needs a holder. 1 holder to the line, please. 1 holder to the line, please. 1 holder for Fort Speck. I think Nate's going to come do it. Maybe. 1 holder to the line. All right, we're gonna call him out to you on the 502 out of Outer Texas, riding for JD 232 Racing and Salvage. Charlie Bumpus. On the 8th, he's not down there. On that 69, Moto 1 winner out of Coffin, Texas, Greener Grass Racing's Joey Malden. 2-minute hold. 2-minute hold. 2-minute hold. On the 72, we call it duct tape out of Garland, Texas, right for Dale Jetsport. It's Sean Whitaker. On the 111, that's the inside pole on the TC pre-ride start. It's out of Melissa, Texas, riding for Neptune, MFS, Dale's Jetsport, Rusty Old Crab. It's Casey Moore. Skinny. On the 117 out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, riding for Brian Stock Racing, it's John Lindley. On the 523 out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for TSK Machining, Miller Cycle Shop, Shannon Watson. And on the 910 out of Norman, Oklahoma, riding for Performance Watercraft and CNC Motorsports, it's Craig Ingram. Race number 8. The starting line is yours. Thank you, holders. You have no idea. Thank you, holders. As we look out front, the 2 that we expected to be there, Joey Malden on the outside, making an adjustment during the break. It looks to me like we'll get the whole shot. He's got 2 buoys left to go. Casey Moore on the inside. That's Miss Skinny. No. Casey Moore going to get the whole shot yet again. 2 for 2 on the whole shot. Joey a lot closer, goes to the inside, hits the buoy. Oh, and Joey spins out. Joey spins out behind Casey. That's it. That's That's your race right there, folks. She will not miss a buoy. I promise you. No, we do that every race. Ask Larry. We tell her that every race, and she still does it. For 30 years, she's been doing it.
Yeah, they're all doing it wrong. Everybody just did the course wrong.
Quick. Yeah. Out front, pink and black, lime green numbers, Casey Moore. Melissa, Texas, but she's lived in Quinlan before. They're out there at the bobber buoy now. We got to ride her down. Shannon's doing okay. Where's the rider down at? They do the splits again. So Joey's going to have to deal with lap traffic this time. Skinny's in clean water. She will retain the lead. It's Sean Whitaker that's down in the splits. Here they come, drag race again. Joey dives to the inside. Lindley in third. Ingram in fourth. We got Sean Whitaker down on the U.S. Helicoil's backstretch. Charlie also on the outside. You're right. The blasters both went down, except Shannon. 4 HXs and 3 blasters. And there's an HX on the trailer. You're right. There's Charlie.
Is he the only one that did it right?
All right. Back out front. Jet Tribe backstretch. Going into the bobber. U.S. Helicoil splits. Malden's going to take the outside, follow Skinny around this time. There will be no lap traffic. So Joey is right there with Skinny. If she makes a mistake or slides out, he can capitalize. Y'all been asking, where is Miss Skinny? Well, she's in the lead right now, and she has a bobble. There it is. Joey bobbles too. Joey in hot pursuit. Where is Ingram? Ingram making the moves on Lindley on the inside split. Craig not used to this boat, having to do a lot of adjustments to it from Altus to now. Craig taking a big liking to the sport class, loves how the racing is competitive and the skis are difficult to ride. Uh-oh. Whitaker on the 72. We call it duct tape. Here's your leaders, though. Casey Moore on that bright pink and black ski. First race of the season. Joey Malden is actually your points leader. So consistency pays, but he doesn't like consistency. He likes to win. Joey has been out front just like Casey and has either missed a buoy or fallen or has gotten passed on the last lap. Everything possible for Joey has happened except winning one. And I know he's frustrated. So Joey having to put up with Skinny now. They're in a battle. Charlie and Sean there also in a battle. So Skinny getting around Shannon. Joey's still right there though. So this is the last lap, and they're going to have to contend with Bumpus and Whitaker. So Joey's going to do everything he can to set a pick with the lap rider. She's going to slow down. You can throw a rag over 1 and 2 right now. Joey trying to dive underneath her. They're going to go into the J. Caldwell berm, into the Jet Tribe splits. Joey just has about 10 more buoys to make it happen. He's right there. Puts down the speed on the backstretch. So does Skinny. They got past Bumpus. So Skinny bobbles, but Joey follows her and bobbles. Okay, folks, this is where you take the inside split and go for broke. If you're going to get beat, then get beat trying to win. Don't get beat following. Skinny's going to do it, y'all. Make an enormous round of applause. Her first race this season, her first moto win, Casey Skinny Moore, followed by Joey Malden.
The first 5 riders all missed the like lap 2.
She's not a fan favorite for no reason,
One
folks.
of those. Yeah, like they did the outside split, and then they went and hit one of the yellows for a box turn and went back into the
Yeah, she won a moto on a stand-up earlier today and now on the sport boat. And this is what you love about this class. They're both out there right now. They're pointing at each other, giving each other a high five, thumbs up, proud of you. You're luckies.
We had another rain. You keep track of penalties, Jamie, or you just do it laps? Is that tail the penalty day?
Makes you feel good to see those old skis out there still running strong. And the fact that they can sit on them and not fall, or some of them, like Charlie and Sean, get back on them in deep water, that's a feat in itself. Race number 8. Race number 8. On the 410 out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. We need a holder for Brian. Brian, you need a holder, bud? No, he's not accepting one. Riding for Jet Tribe, Dale's Jet Sports and Elite Fireplace, it's Ryan Snyder. On that 17 out of Norman, Oklahoma. On the 10J out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Riding for Leisure Pools and Fast Power Sports, it's Jeremy Coper. On the 9 out of Little Rock, Texas, or Little Rock, Arkansas. Riding for Easy Ski Hitch Haulers, GoPro, Moto Pro. The energy drink, Flosion, Jet Pilot, Flosion, Born to Race, Threads, Odiac Grips. That's Tony the Tiger Taylor. Jeremy Coper with the whole shot. Followed by Tony Taylor in the 410. Uh-oh. Little shove in Mike Loudowski on the 34. 496 is Seth Pettit. Then we've got Craig Fain on the 17. Mike Lewandowski and Seth Pettit holding their own out there on the SXR 1500. So Jeremy on that 10J going around the bobber into the U.S. helical splits. He's on the blue section on the inside. We got Brian Snyder in second place on the outside. Brian is in Masters Ski GP, so that is a race with Jeremy and Tony. Tony in third place. Jeremy now in the Leisure Pools decision. Brian Snyder going across the Liquid Volley finish line. Tony Tabor going across the Works Racing shutdown area. There's Mike Lewandowski there on the 30, followed by Seth Pettit on 462. Seth's out of Providence Village, Texas. Race number 9 to the starting line. Jet trim backstretch, followed by number 9. That's Tony Tabor. Both of them on Commanders. Jeremy Poper on a fast Power Sports. I don't know if that's a new ski for Jeremy. I haven't seen him on it this year that I recall, but looks really good in his paint scheme with the blue and yellow. And I believe it's gray. Doesn't look black, it looks gray to me. Got that speckled paint. Ryan Snyder on the 410's got a new wrap. I believe that's a vehicle concept wrap. Reminds me of an old Superman car that Steve Kinzer had for the Knoxville Nationals. Then Mike Lewandowski there on the SXR 1500. He's actually racing up. He's in Masters Ski Stock on 4-stroke. So Tony Tabor is in Masters Ski GP, different class. And Brian Ridley, not here today, but usually, and Mike Lewandowski in Grandmaster Ski Stock. They're all right there together right now. We got Brian Snyder going through the Jet Tribe's box turn first, then into the Jet Trim backstretch. Then you'll see Lewandowski. Looks like Snyder taking a bit of a breather to let the two racing around him. Yeah, it is. You're right. It's not under power. So we got, it doesn't look like he's going to need assistance. Well, Poper out front. He's coming around the U.S. Helicals split into the Travers Construction front stretch, Liquid Molly first line. Then around the Leisure Pools decision into the Tawakoni RV place split. Back to the J. Caldwell Pools berm. White flag out, so this is the last time we'll see these boys do it to it today. Landowski taking the white flag, acknowledging the tower as he goes by. I'm sure he's thinking, thank God. Wait a minute. Why are you asking the master ski? Yes. So every one of these riders to be in master ski is above the age of 50. So I don't want to say the old man class. No, Seth is not. Seth is not. Seth is in novice ski stock, or not novice ski, expert ski stock. This is where he belongs. So Poper coming around the back stretch. Or is he done? No, he's done. That's Lewandowski out there. It's that end of the day glare off the water. So Poper's finished. Smith's come in. Race number 9 to the starting line, please. Race number 9. Yeah, he's in the old man class. There's Tony Tabor on the 9, finishing up his day. Tony the Tiger. Craig Fain on the 17. A little tired. Yeah. Here comes Seth Pettit. This is his first full season on this ski. They got it last year, mid-season. Seth growing a whole bunch since I've met him. Looks way more at home on the big 4-stroke ski. Seth reminds me of Jeff Jacobs, that tall, lank stance.
Same thing I can see in Britain, like around fueling it right.
Yeah, I didn't feel myself. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
It's hot out there. Fix that tomorrow.
No, you got tomorrow, right?
Very, very humid here. Yeah. Looks like we got another Le Mans star.
Rogers on the back scratch.
You're the king of that. Nobody can dethrone you. Race number 9 on the 405 out of Oklahoma City Thunder up Oklahoma. 405 Motorsports, Whamilton Customs, Thrust Innovations, BP Fuels, Amsoil, Smith Racing. It's Christian Bain. He's on that real pretty blue, red, and white. Blue, red, and white. Superjet. Mr. Reinhardt is holding for him. If you don't know Mr. Reinhardt, he's holding the 405. On the UA7 out of Ukraine, Texas, riding for Works H2O Designs, TCS Marine, UA7 Racing, Quinn Brothers Construction, and Watercross in Texas, it's Felix Martinenko. And then we got Cash Money on the 33. So Felix getting a great Le Mans start there, and Basil down there doing a little improvising with the muddy bottom and putting a tote tub down. That is legal for you to not have a foot full of mud in your tray, which makes it slick. So we got Felix out front on the Elite Fireplace outside start, and we got Cash Money on the TC Freeride inside start. Looks to me like Felix is going to get the whole shot. He does. Josh, is Cash Josh, wait, Mama's here. She's here. Well, they're filming. Good racing, Bubba. I'm telling you, you make that SXR look way sleeker and faster than it does in most cases. No, they're not. But you and Adrian ride an SXR really smooth. You really, really do. It's a compliment, Mike. It really is. And I know Adrian's watching, I hope, unless he's on his way. Adrian had a bit of a bout yesterday and couldn't make the call to come up. He said if he was feeling better today, then he would. So all of you Adrian Fisk fans, he's doing just fine, and he misses you just as much as you miss him. Texas Tales, How You Want It Barbecue, Nova Sweets, Lake Tawakoni RV Center, Exit Realty, and Fortress Foundation and IV Booth. Thank you so much. UA7 in the lead. Want to thank our sponsors, Jet Tribe, Jet Trim, Liquid Molly, Commander Industries, 4F Photography, Charles Ginchard Photography, Works Racing Components, 321 Kawasaki, Fast Power Sports, Dale's Jet Sports, Warritos, all the folks that make our tour happy and happy. Tony, if you're tuning in from Thailand, buddy, I think it's the morning there now. Hello, Vo family. We've been watching you hardcore over in Asia. We miss you guys. But do it to it over in Asia, Jack. Christian there on that 405. Something's not happy on it. Fuel delivery, something not happy on the 405. Here we go with Felix. Huh? My board. That's Bill's cord. That's not my cord. Yeah, we need holders. Of course we need holders. We always need holders. All right. UA7 in the lead with the white flag. That's Felix Mornico out of Flower Mound, Texas. Not really hometown for him, but it's one of the shortest drives they have all year. Then Cash McClure, he's out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. I hear they like singing Rocky Top up there. Good racing today, man. That Jacob's wetsuit suiting you today. Hard to live up to. That's all right. That means you're racing hard. or you're blowing wind in it. So like that. Greg doing some racing up today too. Making some good clean passes today, Greg Sewell. Felix in command out front. What I have to say about this technical track, Justin, especially if you can hear, is taking the straightaway speed away from some of these riders and putting in the turns shows you where people practice. And if you're not running slalom at home to tight turn and learn how your ski corners, then maybe want to change your training program up. Felix taking the checkered flag, followed by Cash. They ran slalom in Altus for a reason. It was a precursor to this race. We can't run a separate slalom program this weekend, but we can put slalom on the race courses like we chose to do. Justin's nodding his head. He's liking all these corners and turns. It's really making the racing good. It really, really is. Brianna. She's laser focused, y'all. Laser focused. She knows that spark's quick today, and she's got to make all of her corners. Put it in eco mode, Brianna. Put it in eco mode. But could you pass it? If you let him go, could you pass him, Brianna? Matt also laser focused right now. You got Matt Reeves right there on the 636 Sea-Doo Spark. Bless his heart, he's usually the only one. Ashton Avery also another good Spark racer, but these EXs with these handling packages and these tunes, they're just tough to beat. But Matt has not given up. He puts in the work. He's got all the best handling parts available for the Spark. He's got all the rules, legal modifications that you can do, and he's trying his best to keep the Sparks legit in this Rex Lights class. So Matt Reeves on the 636. We got Ashley Sewell on the 11. That's that bright blue boat. She's wearing the pink and blue wetsuit. Then we got Brianna Weiler there on the 149. That's that Dean's team. Factory 2 there for Brianna. Since we're tuned in live, haven't said much about Dean yet until just then, but rest in peace, Dean. We love you and all the people that you've touched over the years. I know you're not done and you're watching from above. Oh, Reeves his lanyard came loose. So big hop for Matt Reeves there on the whole shot. His lanyard comes loose. He's got to put it back in and get the ski back underway. So great jump off the start for Matt Reeves, but unfortunate race mishap there, and now we're going to put him in third place. So Brianna Weiler with another hole shot. There's Rylan Hodges there. Huh? Bison. They wrote it in. I didn't write. It's not printed. Yeah, they wrote it in. I didn't type it. But right. We have a Rylan, a Bryson, and a Ryder. We don't have a Riley. Right. There you go. I don't want to forget him. He's out there in the beginner sports spec class, so we linked them up with Rec Lights because they can space them out. They can ride their own moto out there away from the other guys safely and gals. So Miss Brianna now up front, followed really close by Ashley Sewell on the 11. Looks like they're all electing to take the outside splits. We've got to give Bryson a few laps underneath his experience there. He's a junior. Yeah, that's why we can't put him in sports spec as a junior. We gotta box him out. All right. So there's Ryson there on the inside going down the Travers Construction front stretch. Matt Reeves on the Spark's going to do everything he can to get around him, which that's what's happening there. Nice. Now you see what a 110 two-stroke power does against a 130 horsepower four-stroke. Through the Lake Tawakoni splits, out to the J. Caldwell Pools berm, into the Jet Tribe sweeper. We got a rider down on the backstretch. We got a rider down on the outside splits. It's Rai. So I might have to adjust underneath this tent because I don't want to get wet. Reeves after that unfortunate start. Race number 11 on the starting line. Thank you very much. Race number 12 to the ready. Everybody, I wish you were in race 12. But I know you will be before the end of the year. Spectating with us local, welcome. If you've never seen jet skiing racing before, I hope we're putting on a heck of a show for you. If you're tuned in online, watching your favorites, we are in race number 10 right now, Runabout Wreck Lights. We have Brianna Weiler out front. She's going through the outside section splits, going into the J. Caldwell Custom Pools berm. We've got Ashley Sewell in second, unofficially, followed by Matt Reeves on the Spark in third. Oh, got another rider down on the outside split. 187 HX down on the outside split. White flag flies one more time by. Course marshal goes over there to Rice. They'll shut down the outside section and send everybody into the inside. So we'll see Miss Brianna today for the last time on that 149. She'll load up and head to the house. Smell the methanol. Here she comes, checkered flag, Miss Brianna Weiler. Then here comes Ashley. Like I said, they shut down the outside section there, so they forced Ashley to go outside, and they forced Brianna to go outside. So again, if you're spectating with us local, please enjoy yourself. But as the races are ending and we get people off the beach, it's going to be very busy in the pits, getting the boats back up to the trailers. So please be mindful of the quads and the trucks pulling the skis back up through the pits. All right, race number 11 on that beautiful 29 on the outside Elite Fireplace start. Fast Power Sports, Leisure Pools, Raincross Storage, Window Tints of Altus, 10 Racing, 100% Bell Helmets. It's Miss Megan Burns. Trent, Moto 1 winner out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad and Smith Racing's Trent Cornett. On the 322, Wichita, Kansas. That's that Fast Power Sports 29. And on the Big Fish Bail Bonds, oh, and Trent goes down. So we got Megan on the outside, skipping the first yellow.